Hi, my name is Becca, and I am one of the coaches here at the Grace and Strength Lifestyle. And today I am here with Heidi Sturgeon. Heidi and I go way back. It makes me feel old, Heidi, I'm just saying. When I think about, I knew you before I had babies. Yes, but I love that relationship and what God has done just over the years. And then, 15 years later, kind of bringing our circles back into daily contact as you joined the Grace and Strength Lifestyle a few months ago, right? But I want you to just tell us a little bit about your journey. The first question that I have for you is this. I want you to remember back to the very first day of when you started this program. Okay. So we're talking how many months ago? You started back in October, correct?
End of October last year, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So try to think back to that emotion of that moment of where you started, kind of where you were in life, and tell me a little bit about that person.
That person was probably the overriding emotion was desperation. After trying numerous programs and gimmicks and supplements and whatever to get healthy and lose the weight that I was carrying, nothing worked. And I was ready to try something a little more drastic. And she was trying really, really hard to be optimistic after having failed so many times, thinking, is this just going to be another failure? So there was some cautious optimism and just some hope that this was finally going to work.
Yeah. So there was anticipation, but hope all over again from the standpoint of, okay, God, you got to do this, right? Okay. So tell me about your journey, your highs, the lows that kind of come with this, because you and I, this is not easy. Okay. Tell us a little bit about that. And any aha moments that maybe you had while you were doing this. What did God teach you?
Well, there are definitely highs and lows. When you're doing everything right and for like the third day in a row, the number doesn't go down. It's kind of hard to start out your day and say, okay, I'm still doing what I need to do. I'm still going to eat on protocol. I'm not going to break protocol just because I'm a little hopped off that my number hasn't gone down.
Right. So there was an element of having to trust the process.
Yes.
Right? Now, explain to me some of those aha moments from the spiritual component, because there's definitely a physical component to this journey. Now, tell me about the spiritual component that also with those highs and lows.
Yes. I learned real early how to be an emotional eater. So if I was upset, I ate cookies or had a cupcake or got a frappuccino or ice cream or whatever, fill in the blank. And when that option was removed, because none of those things are on protocol, surprise, surprise.
You said I'm not going to eat these first season.
Yeah, that wasn't an option.
Right.
So I had to, on those days where I felt horrible and I really wanted to just say, screw it, I'm going to stop at Starbucks because I want to. God was right there. And I mean, every week in our meetings, God was right there. And we were reminded, and the support through the other women in the group, God is right there. I mean, I would have a bad day and be like, there's cupcakes and bagels in the break room and I want to go stuff my face. And within like 5 minutes, I had, half a dozen women, Heidi, you can do this. I'm praying for you. Be strong. This is just a season, and all of those reminders, all of that encouragement, and knowing that I had people praying for me, and like I could just physically feel the frustration or the anger or whatever that negative emotion was just literally draining out of my body.
Right.
And being able to take that myself to the Lord, knowing that even in those moments where I was just so down that I just wanted to chuck it all, knowing that I had, women all across the country praying for me.
Amazing. That
Took
sense
those
of
negative,
accountability.
took those lows and turned them into highs, because there is victory there. And once you have victory, it's easier to anticipate the next victory.
Absolutely. I love that. And for those that are maybe watching this, maybe they don't know anything about the Grace and Strength lifestyle. And this is a Christ-centered approach to weight loss. Okay. Yes, we're going to have you follow a set of guidelines. And from a physical standpoint, guess what? Man, the weight comes off. Heidi, how much weight did you lose?
I lost just over 85 pounds.
Amazing. And in how long?
6 months, 19 days, not that I'm counting.
Amazing. And that is God, okay? Because yes, there's a physical component that you followed the system because it works. But the reality is to be able to do this, it has got to be through the strength of Jesus. To be able to do it for that amount of time and to get that weight off so quickly. I know during it was hard and you thought, I'm never going to get there. But you look back now and think, wow, 6 months of my life and I've lost almost 100 pounds, 85 pounds. Unbelievable what God has done. Okay, how does it feel now to be there, to be at this place? You've learned a lot. Thinking back to where you were almost a year ago to now, what has changed other than the outside?
Well, there is some anxiety because as I'm learning what maintenance is.
Yep, absolutely.
Am I gonna, I'm up 5 pounds. Am I gonna, go back to where I was? But there is a freedom because I look at, somebody brings in cake or somebody, we have, my supervisor always has this big thing of candy at all of our meetings. And I look at that and I go, yeah, I could eat a piece of candy, but I don't have to eat a piece of candy. And when I look at like my food for the day and I plan ahead, I know what I'm going to eat when and whether or not I have extra calories if there's, something spur of the moment comes up, or if I want to, have a treat now and then, I know where my calories are so I can have that treat if I want to.
Yeah.
Not every day, but I can plan out and have that treat. I can have, an ice cream. I can have a cookie, whatever.
So you've learned that maintenance.
But when I'm upset and I'm having those really bad days, my first response anymore isn't, okay, I'm driving up to Starbucks.
Yeah.
My first response is, okay, God, what's going on? Why am I so, angry today? Why am I so short-tempered? Show me what's going on. What do I need to change? And then, I stick to my plan. Yeah. I have oatmeal in the morning and I have my fruit and I have my salad for lunch and, whatever I planned for the day. And going and eating that emotion isn't an option for me anymore.
I love it. I love what God has done. And truly, Heidi, this is the beginning of your journey. As you continue to live out honoring God with your choices, who could benefit from this program? One last quick question. Who do you think, and I'm not saying you have to name a name, but what kind of person would benefit from doing what you have done?
Anybody who has really come to the point where they're at the end of themselves. If you've tried other weight loss programs that haven't worked, or you've lost the weight and then you gain it right back because there's no after support, which Grace and Strength does have a lot of after support. And I mean, even there's women that I've met in the program that we keep in touch with each other and keep each other accountable.
I love it.
During the week. So there's relationship. If you need or want that accountability, that structure, totally do it. It is, it works. And I mean, if I can do it, who is like the queen of emotional eating and give me chocolate because I want chocolate, if I can do this and lose this much, then anybody can do it. So, if you're thinking about it, if you're questioning, take the leap, do it.
Awesome. Heidi, thank you so much. God has so much more in store. And thank you for doing this, for taking the risk, for taking that step, and now truly saying, okay, God, now I just want to honor you. So we are excited to continue to stay in touch with you as God continues to allow you to walk in this freedom that he has brought because of his son, Jesus. And now you are truly walking it in obedience. So thank you. And praise God. We are praising God for and with you. So thank you.